Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all glory and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakak, Dash. Double honors to the apostles of great Milsuna do well. A salutation and peace going out to the Akim in the four corners of the earth. Who pushes word in sincerity and in truth. Alright, and Shalom to sincere Aquata listening silence. Alright. We out there to prophesy day in and day out. Alright. And this video consists world events. Alright. World War 3. This is something that was brewing for a while. Alright. And now we can clearly see that World War 3 is at hand. Alright. Also the coming and the day of the Lord. Alright. Because we've seen all these prophecies happening, alright, and we're getting closer and closer to our salvation, alright. And I have a video to show you on Steve Rams, alright, indicating what is really taking place in the Middle East, alright, between Iran and Pakistan, alright. It's like a domino effect, alright. Everyone have their allies and creating tensions between one another. So this is the works of the Heavenly Father, alright. The angels are doing their job, working in the minds of these kings of the earth, and making them do what they have to do. You understand? So we understand the drift that people think that they could stop this, or they could have peace treaty, you understand, and all these things. These things will never happen, alright. So I just want to jump straight into the video, alright, and get into the scriptures.
Chilling announcement today that World War III has already begun, as warning issued, no chance of peace for decades. This literally coming out today, Friday, January the 19th, 2024. And take a look at the headlines coming out in the last 24 hours. World War III map shows the safest and most dangerous countries. I'm going to be sharing with you the maps so you can see where to be and where not to be during World War III, as growing insecurity and superpower rivalries are fueling concerns about the outbreak of global conflict. And take a look at more headlines coming out today. World War III has already begun. For the West's enemies, from Russia to North Korea, we're all in this now. Putin enemy warns, and they're asking, when is the West, the United States, going to acknowledge the fact that the enemies of the United States are lining up for global conflict in World War III? And take a look. Pentagon insider warns we are on the brink of World War III after the latest Iran attack, this coming out on Wednesday. And also, in addition to that, World War III, NATO holds the biggest drill since the Cold War in preparation for global conflict coming, World War III. Now, in addition to that, we've heard that one of the first things we can expect in World War III is cyber attacks against the everyday average person. I've got a video sponsor today that's going to be helping keep you safe. So let's go ahead and dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. And if you appreciate these updates, they're all cited in the description below. I'm going to put them on the screen for you. My name, family members, my age, even my data be removed from lists. All right, so let's take a look at this article that came out today about this warning for World War III and how it has already begun. The article says, in a sobering gathering of international experts at the Foreign Strategy Conference on UK and Global Security Scenario after the war between Ukraine and Russia in central London today, dire warnings echoed through the halls as scholars and veterans dissected the complexity of the ongoing conflict. The atmosphere was charged with a sense of urgency as renowned figures delivered grave assessments of the current geopolitical landscape. Their insights suggests that the war in Ukraine is not merely a regional dispute, but a harbinger of much broader global conflict, one that has, according to some, already initiated an ominous specter of World War III. A chilling narrative unfolded during the conference, which painted a picture of a world on the precipice where peace may remain elusive for decades to come. Tara Kuzio started by addressing the role of the external actors in prolonging the conflict. He emphasized the impact of President Biden's policies on military aid to Ukraine. He said, war would have been over if Biden didn't push on this drip policy on military aid to Ukraine, same as Macron. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Should the United States no longer support the war between Russia and Ukraine? Kuzio drew attention to the stark difference in the approaches of various nations, pointing out that the UK openly supported the defeat of Russia. This is not just a war about Ukraine. The foundation of this war is that Ukraine doesn't exist, Kuzio claimed, urging the international community to revisit Putin's 2007 Munich speech, which was largely ignored. Kuzio's alarming statements continued, claiming that Russia and Iran shared the goal of eradicating Ukraine and Israel from the face of the earth. He added that these countries perceive themselves to be at war, while Western governments, particularly the Biden administration, are seemingly oblivious. For them, World War III has already begun. Now, Alexander Osostov offered a broad perspective on the conflict, emphasizing the intercontinental nature of the ongoing war. It's one war, not two different wars. Two pieces of one war. One war of a bloc, the bloc of aggressive dictatorship, Russia, Iran, and their proxies. He identified China as the current leader of this bloc and stressed the need for the united front of democratic countries worldwide, so unifying to fight against these groups. The main aim today is to destroy Russia's military force, not to achieve peace, he claimed, expressing skepticism about the possibility of political change in Russia. He labeled the Russians.
Do you hear that? They want no peace, alright? The angels working in the minds of these kings, alright, of the earth. Alright? These rulers of the earth, these angels plaguing their mind. Alright, as the scriptures say, you shall put hooks in thy jaws, alright? They will never have no peace, alright? Not until Yahushua come back.
State as inherently distractive and suggested that the global community's duty is to oppose this bloc of aggressive dictatorship. Now, Vladimir Sokor focused on the likely outcome of the conflict, predicting a de facto partition of Ukraine. He warned that such an outcome would not lead to a compromise, but rather a total victory for Russia against the West. Sokor stressed that there would be no clear line between the state of war and peace, asserting that hostility may subside but will never end, drawing comparisons to the current status quo of South Korea against North Korea's aggression. There will be no state of peace. Ukraine will be granted consolation prizes. The war will continue without end, Sokor said. He highlighted the impracticality of offering Ukraine fast-track integration into Europe after the war, as the war in Ukraine is multidimensional and likely to persist even after the ceasefire. Now, in addition to that, 2 days ago, we heard that the Pentagon had an insider that warned that we are on the brink of World War III after the latest Iranian attacks. The article says a source inside of the Pentagon has warned Daily Express US that we are on the brink of World War III amid surging conflict in the Middle East, sparking largely by Iran. The warning comes as the Iranian-backed proxies. They destabilize the Middle East by attacking Israel and the U.S. targets, as well as international shipping in the region. Iran itself has also carried out strikes in neighboring Iraq and Pakistan, as well as Syria, sending tensions soaring. Defense expert Nicholas Drummond echoed concerns that the conflict in the Middle East could potentially escalate, but warned that if Tehran directly attacked Israel, the ensuing war would be the end of Iran. Speaking to the Daily Express US, he said Iran's agenda in the region and globally has been exposed, and Iran is on the back foot. The West is saying to Iran, behave yourself or we will attack you directly. I think it's highly possible that if Iran continues to act through proxies or to act directly that threatens Western interests, we could see military action taken against Iran, and that would be a major conflict in the Middle East.
All right. Now we see what's taking place. You know, the world bully America. All right, trying to play tough. But get to understand that these other countries have weapons of mass destruction as well. All right? Weapon of mass destruction. So at the end of the day, you know, they will have no peace. They shall say peace and safety and sun destruction. All right? But you clearly see that, hey, from back then, the prophets have been prophesying about these events. All right? Our fighting microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All right? That if no man had the mark or the chip, I since say or the chip, the mark is the chip. All right? They won't be able to buy or sell or take part of the society. All right? All these things must come to pass. Pestilence, the diseases, the plagues, all these things taking place simultaneously. And we've seen it. All right? Well, let's go to the scriptures one time. All right? This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. And we're seeing that, all right? For war and of evil and of pestilence. The place is wicked. The place is full of evil. You know, people, young children die nowadays, all right? The rulers of this place are evil and wicked. So we could clearly see this prophecy coming to pass, all right? And pestilence, all right? Diseases, all these things we seen taking place, all right? Moving on, it says, verse 9, the prophets which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord had truly sent him. Right? So the men that sighing and crying on the street corners and prophesying, all right? Prophesying that these things are coming to pass. And we can clearly see it coming to pass, all right? Because the words of Yahweh Shai is true, all right? Faithful and true, all right? His word should not come back to him void, all right? He is not going to make his prophets look like clowns, all right? Whoever, from back then, when he sent a prophet to warn a country or a nation that, hey, they're going to destroy this place, all they need to repent, all right? And it used to happen, many people don't listen, all right? So at the end of the day, the prophets prophesy about these things, all right? All these nuclear capabilities, all these nuclear warheads was created by who? The scientists, by man, all right? Let's see if I can bring that up with some. Let me see if I can find it here. Salakia. Yeah. Isaiah 54:16, it says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and bringeth forth the instrument for his work, and I created the waster to destroy. You understand? He created these nuclear warheads, all right? For the time of destruction, all right? And these ICBMs, it also in the scriptures, all right? In the book of Isaiah 13, as I in Isaiah one time, all right? Isaiah 13 and 5. It says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and his weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Right? It says, holy, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. So the Yahweh Shemeshai, he ordained everything. Everything that we seen taking place, you understand, is already ordained. It's already spoken or written, so to speak. All right? I'm going to go to the book of Revelation. Lemon 14, where it says, the second war is past. All right? Read me about the second war. Second war. All right? We had World War I, we had World War II. All right? And here where it says, behold, the third war cometh quickly. All right? Which is World War III. And we seen it coming fast. All right? It already started. All right? It reached that peak now that they not start talking. All right? People ready to, they're ready to, press those buttons. All right? To let go these arrows out of the archer. All right? That that we turn back. All right. So yeah, World War III is at hand. All right, it's already begun, and the Lord's prophecy being fulfilled. All right, and with that, and that's what they give out glory and all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles that great mercy and do it well, and salutation to the Akim that pushes forward in sincerity and in truth. All right, Brother Rab saying shalom. Till next time, shalom to you, Aquas are listening in silence. Nearly out of this place. All right, and look out for an update on World War III. Shalom.